You see, once upon a time, I used to think that the more pussy I was able to get would make me into a man. That the more pussy I was able to get, then the more manly I would be able to come and grow into. But as I began to grow within myself, and I began to realize that, you see, it's not the amount of pussy that you can get that makes you into a man, but it's what you do with the women who's giving you that pussy that defines your manhood. How your character is, and your truths and your honesty and the discipline that you display, the leadership that you give and the messages that you relay. This is what makes you into a man. And not necessarily making you into a man, but it's the principles that you're displaying that's making you to a man. The woman can't make you into a man. The man has to find something within himself that he wants to be able to bring out as character, as value, as honor, that's going to give him the representation of who he is. And the representation of who he sees himself as is what he needs to be able to become and grow into to define his manhood. So that a man thinketh in his heart is he. See, how you think, you see, your heart is a brain within itself. See, you got more than just one brain. You got a brain within your heart. You got a brain within your digestive system. You got a brain within your mind. See, you got a brain within your nervous systems as well. See, but so as a man thinketh in your heart. So whatever's in your heart is how you think of yourself. See, if you only think of yourself as a man that can just get a whole lot of pussy, that's because that's what's in your heart. What's in your heart is lust. So that a man think of himself, that is what he is. So all you are and can be seen as is a lustful individual who moves on the frequency and the vibration of lust. So you will only be able to be seen and be able to be recognized by women who can be able to take advantage of you because they notice where you're at in your heart, which is nothing more than lust. You see, when you be able to transfer these things out of your heart and put things into your heart, you get a better representation of who you are. And the things that you have to put within your heart is the word. In the word do I hide in my heart, that I might not sin against thee. Who is thee? Thee is yourself. You don't want to sin against yourself. You don't want to miss your mark. That's all sin is you missing your mark of where you know you were supposed to be and doing what you know you were supposed to do. And you did not. So you sinned against yourself. So the word that's in your heart has to be built on truth, has to be built on principles and honor, understanding of yourself, so you can live off of that word. So you can be able to have the gratitude and the opportunity that you deserve to be able to show your heart. A lot of men be able to interpret being able to be emotional with having to corrupt their heart as if they're not a good person, as if they do not have compassion or understanding, or as if they cannot provide comfort. See, when you be able to learn to provide these things to yourself, then it becomes a lot easier to be able to give these things to others. And as a man, I'm here to let you know that if you cannot be able to lead yourself, if you cannot be able to pick your heart up and be able to move with the instincts of a right mind and a right heart, then you can't do that for no one else. See, when you get this understanding of yourself, then you go from just thinking that you got to get a lot of pussy to be a man, into being able to give a representation of display of your mind and heart and your values and honor of who you are as a man, to be able to gain favor with whatever woman that you get pussy from. See, how you're able to exploit this woman to her best, the same way you exploited yourself to your best, is what's going to define your manhood. Not how you're able to make her climax in the bedroom. See, what y'all brothers fail to realize is that the real game and the real foreplay is the game. Is what your mouth is saying, not what your mouth is doing. A lot of times you think you got to do something with your mouth, like eat it, lick it, kiss it, and suck on it. But what you don't realize is that what you really got to do with your mouth is being able to articulate your words, the word that's in your heart, being able to show that woman what's in your heart. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. Being able to show this woman that you stand on your word, that the word that's in your heart, you can stand on it. You can be able to be confident, be able to express it. See, a lot of your brothers don't want to show your emotional side, but it's not showing your emotional side. It's showing all sides of you. Who you are, inside, outside, and around. Can you be able to express this to this woman? So how this woman makes you feel, and what's the atmosphere and the peace that she gives to you and adds to you and adds to your happiness and all that you have, when you're able to show gratitude and cherishing these things that she shows and gives to you in your word, then that is what's going to climax her even higher than what you could imagine if you couldn't do this and all you could do is just get some pussy. See, when you got the game, when you got the understanding of what the game is, what is the game? Your truths. You developing your truths within yourself and being able to take that to the highest peak, to the highest mark. Being able to craft things all around with awareness and consciousness, to be able to put it together, to be able to get what you need out of whatever situation you may be in or whatever you might be a part of. If you want to get the best, then you got to use the game, because the game is the best. You got to use wisdom, because wisdom is the best thing. Wisdom is a principle. If you want to get the best, you got to get understanding. Understanding is something valuable to have. Because once you have understanding, you have the opportunity to be able to evaluate. If you cannot evaluate, you cannot be able to know, be able to get the best judgment to make the best decision. A lot of people do not make the best decisions for themselves because they lack understanding. See, when you understand yourself, your likes and dislikes, your cons and pros, your weaknesses and strengths, when you get this full understanding of yourself, then you know how to make the best decisions for yourself. You'll know the best situations to be able to put yourself in. So I take this true and living word, and I give it to you and deliver it to you with just a one thought that you might need to have at this moment. Take this thought that I give to you. The greatness in my mind will be revealed through the actions in my feet. You see, I always had an opportunity to always have a connection with Pisces women. And I used to try to figure out, why do I attract so many Pisces women? I'm not too deep getting into the zodiac sign, but I do take the certain traits and I put them all together. And I learned to see that the Pisces woman represents the feet. And I myself, for Aries, represents the head. And I had to put this understanding together to get that where the head think, the feet will follow. So I say it again. The greatness in my mind will be shown through the actions of my feet. Peace and power.